Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. In this video, we are looking at the NBA slate for Saturday. Happy Saturday to everybody watching. We have 5 games tonight. Gonna be a pretty quick video, but I wanted to go ahead and just talk about the slate. Yesterday, a couple of pieces just broke the slate, notably Levert, Vooch, Doncic was excellent. Didn't have all the right pieces. Had some of the value, but not all the great value. So looking to tonight's slate get back on track. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out the socials, Twitter, specifically at the DFS process. Check out Prize Picks if you want to get some free money. If you make an account to get signed up, you can use my code process. And let's get started. So looking at the point guard plays, don't have too much that I like at the top end. LeBron James is doubtful, so he's probably not going to play again. Chris Paul is almost 10K. He's been great, but now that they got a couple of their reinforcements back, Ayton is back, and Jay Crowder's back, they're still missing Campaign. But the price tags on Chris Paul and Devin Booker are priced appropriately. They might even be a little bit overpriced considering some of the other guys that we have on the slate. Darren Fox is questionable once again. He's been questionable like the last 2 weeks. Has been ruled out of all of those games. I'm not sure that he'll play today. But I feel like he's probably going to return in the next couple of games. Josh Giddey, a decent game from him yesterday, $7,600. Was disappointing fantasy-wise, only 30 fantasy points. But they ended up getting the victory. It was a kind of a low-scoring game, which don't really expect that tonight against Sacramento. Also probably didn't expect that against Portland, but just both teams didn't hit a lot of their shots. Going further down here, Spencer Dinwiddie without Bradley Beal is going to be another core piece for me. Another terrible shooting night from him, 4 of 16. But he had a triple-double, put up 48 fantasy points, played 30 minutes. Probably could expect more minutes than that, like 32, 33, up to like 34, 35. In any sort of close game, he's really struggling with the shot, which is surprising because he hasn't been this bad of a shooter. But it's been going back like a month. But he still gets it done fantasy-wise, just with the rebounding that he gets, the assists that he gets, and just more usage without Bradley Beal. So he's going to be the first guy that I plug in at point guard. Other picks would be like Malik Monk, right at 6,000. Without LeBron, gets more usage, more minutes, has a ball in his hands more. He had like 7 assists last game, 7 rebounds. So he does make plays. He's not just a scorer like he usually is when LeBron is in the game. Other picks would be Davion Mitchell would be another solid option if Darren Fox gets ruled out once again. Trey Mann was a great value pick yesterday, but then he just struggled from the floor. Just 4 of 17 shooting. Finished with just 9 points, 1 of 9 from distance. Didn't get to the free throw line. Definitely a bounce back candidate tonight. And that is the main pieces that I'm looking at. At shooting guard, I think I forgot about Simons, who is in the mid 6K range. He's 66. He looks good just because they don't have Norman Powell right now. They're going to be shorthanded. No Powell. They traded Covington and Powell. And they probably might not have Larry Nance, who has missed the last handful of games. So Simon still looks like a pretty good value at that 66 number. Moving on to shooting guard. Don't feel great about playing LaMelo or Devin Booker. I probably like Booker more than LaMelo just given how tough the matchup is for Ball going up against Miami. It's a great defensive team. CJ looks okay at 82, but I think I'd probably get to like Simons a little bit cheaper or just go to some of these other guys that are in the 6 and 5K range. Going further down here, we do have some decent value picks. Might be looking like a Stars and Scrubs type of build, at least as of 11 o'clock in the morning. But Ty Jerome is going to get more minutes because Aaron Wiggins probably won't play today. He kind of suffered a bad ankle sprain in the 2 games ago. And there's also like min price guys that are going to get a lot of minutes. You do have, I don't know if Snell is shooting guard eligible. Yeah, oh, he's just small forward. But you have, is Ellaby shooting guard eligible? Yeah, you have $3,000 CJ Ellaby, who played 26 minutes yesterday. He's probably going to play a lot of minutes again today, at least similar amount, just because they don't have too many bodies right now. So plug him in at the shooting guard position. Small forward, I like Butler, looks fine at 95, going up against Charlotte. It's a good spot. Going in the mid-range, you have Lou Dort at 64. Another good game from him. Hit 4 threes again. He's been shooting the ball really well. And gets you rebounds, gets you a couple defensive stats. So no problem playing him at that number. Gordon Hayward is pretty affordable. He just came back from missing an extended period at 59. He looks fine, but not like trying to force a lot of these Charlotte guys now that they got almost back to full strength, if not pretty much back to full strength now. At this position, you can go Kenrich Williams at 37. He's going to also get a bump in minutes, and he's a guy that can also contribute with rebounding and a couple of assists. They don't really have too many other playmakers right now besides Giddey. Dort can make some plays, but really shorthanded without SGA, who does everything for them. Going further down here, another guy like right at 3,000. I guess you can play Tony Snell as well if you need another cheap guy. Never liked playing Tony Snell, but he played 35, 36 minutes yesterday. He's going to play a ton of minutes again today. His price tag went down by $500, so he's min-priced. You only need like, I guess 20 out of both of these guys would make you feel good. If the Ellaby and Tony Snell combined for at least 40 fantasy points, you'll feel good about that. And they do both have upside to get more just because they don't have too many bodies out there for Portland. Power forward, I like Giannis. Pay up for him. I'm looking at like a stars and scrubs type of build here. Giannis should dominate this Portland team. They don't have anybody besides Nurkic that has any sort of size to match up to Giannis. Like their power forwards are going to be playing are like Ellaby's, Tony Snell. They have a couple of young guys that don't have any experience really, especially guarding Giannis. Like Watford is going to get some run, but really, unless Larry Nance is able to play, but still Nance is no match for Giannis. So I do like Giannis at 12-1, but another guy that continues to play well whenever they're missing Bradley Beal is Kyle Kuzma, who's been on a great stretch of run as of late in terms of just fantasy points, gets you rebounds, been getting defensive stats, 4 combined blocks and steals in 3 straight games, gets you assists, and he's going to continue to take a ton of shots without Bradley Beal. So I feel good about playing him at 77, not a outrageous number. Other guys, you can look to Julius Randle in a revenge spot going up against the Lakers. You have Lou Dort. I like him a bit. And then in the value range, you have Baisley at just 43, Jay Crowder at 4K. Both those guys are going to get some run. You have potentially Henrich Williams. Harkless looks decent at 38, but if Fox plays, you can fade him. And that is basically it. Moving on to center, you have Anthony Davis going up against the Knicks here. They do have some size in there with Randall and Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel, but Davis is going to have to do everything himself in terms of just scoring the ball, unless Russell and Monk hit some shots. But probably Monk has a better shot getting onto the scoring board than Russell does. But Davis, you still expect him to have a monster double-double. He's back-to-back 30 real-life points. He scored over 30 points in 3 out of the last 4 games, taking a ton of shots. Not really shooting threes now. He's getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line a bit. And even though the matchup's not great against the Knicks, I still like him without LeBron at barely over 10,000. Other guy would be Giannis at 12-1. And then not really looking at Ayton just because the minutes are still... he's back. This is his 3rd game back. He still hasn't played a ton of minutes. But we'll see how soon they decide to ramp him up. And then I'm not looking at like Plumlee much, or I guess you can look to Mitchell Robinson just because, but there also is a lot of risk of him getting into foul trouble against Davis, so keep that in mind. But really not too much else to like here besides another guy that's min-price, and I definitely don't know how to say his name properly, but the guy that's been starting on the Thunder at center without Roby. Earl is out for 6 weeks at least, and that's min-price Dikati. I definitely don't know how to say that, but he's 3,000. He played 30 minutes yesterday and was good out there fantasy-wise. Almost had 10x return going up against a Sacramento team that you can have success rebounding the ball against. They don't play good defense, so he definitely has upside to get you some blocks, maybe an outside chance of getting you a double-double. And 3,000, him, Ellaby, Snell, get my scrubs in there, pay up for the studs with... because right now we just have Davis as the stud, but you have good price tag on Kuzma, good price tag on Dinwiddie, and you have $8,200 left for these last 2 spots. You can fit in another superstar. But that's it for the DraftKings video. Let's go over to FanDuel. All right, for FanDuel point guard plays, I guess you can look to like Westbrook just because he's pretty affordable, but I don't feel great about that. Like going a little bit cheaper here, you have good price tag on Josh Giddey, good price tag on Simons, good price tag on Terry Rozier. And then Kyle Lowry returned last game after missing a bunch. Personal reason, don't know what happened with him, but he's priced all the way down to 58. That is a good price tag to take a shot. But I feel like he might be popular. And then I'm not really looking to pay for anybody cheaper than that just because we have so many guys right in this range that look good. I'm going to stick with Dinwiddie on both sites. Shooting guard, You can look to Devin Booker at 9,000 or go up to Jimmy Butler. Dort's priced up a little bit, but I still like him going up against Sacramento. It's a good spot. But I guess Giddey would still be my preferred option just because it gives you more upside in terms of triple-double and double-double stats. Dort can have it done, can get it done with the scoring and get you some rebounds. But I still like the upside Giddey presents. He's handling the ball more. He gets a ton of usage without SGA. And then good price tag on Gordon Hayward as well at 56. Still a good price tag on Buddy Hield, but he's been really risky and not fun to roster recently if you have been doing that. Small forward, definitely looking at Giannis here. He's only 11.4. Easy to pay up for multiple superstars with all the value that we have. So give me Giannis at his number. Other guys would be Dort at 68. Further down here a bit, you have Harrison Barnes if there's no Fox at 57. He looks appealing. Baisley looks okay at 51. Not the best price tag, but still gives you upside just without SGA and probably going to be without Wiggins again. And then Ellaby at 38 looks fine. But I guess you can go to like Snell instead if you wanted to. Just a guy that might play more minutes than Ellaby. Power forward, Davis looks great if you wanted to pay up for him as well. See how much money we have left over. About $5,100 left. We'll see if we can play him at center, depending on what other guys look good at power forward. But definitely Davis, I like him. Kyle Kuzma still looks good at 83. Going further down for maybe Baisley. But we do have the same in-price center that started from the... And they're not playing Derek Favors. He hasn't been in the rotation the last couple of games, so it makes some sense. Looking to get some of these young guys involved. But it's like $3,500. Ducati, plug him in. Upside is there for probably 25, maybe 30 if he's playing really well. And then at center, we can plug in Davis here. Other guy would be Nurkic at 77, or maybe Mitchell Robinson, but just give me Davis. Hope that he goes for 60 plus once again. And that's it. Still leaves with $5,500 on FanDuel. Feel like it's a good day to go stars and scrubs across the board. And that's about it for the video. Stay tuned for Twitter for updates. Best of luck tonight, and I'll see you all next time.